Uh, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to introduce you to a new system, a development on older systems. So what's the challenge? To guarantee that at the time of the onset of a natural disaster, that every individual is given warning of the imminent danger with enough information to enable an intelligent decision for the best course of action. As earthquakes, landslides, tsunamis, avalanches, wildfires, volcanoes, floods, cyclones. The time factor, or lack of it, and the surprise factor during the onset of earthquakes and tsunamis or flash floods and landslides are two main factors that potentially minimize survivability. If we can improve these factors by any degree, we can increase the survivability substantially. So how much time is needed to make a difference in an earthquake? In Japan, the scientists, through research, suggest 2 seconds of early warning time can reduce casualties by 25%, with 5 seconds warning potentially reducing casualty rates by 80%. Another challenge factor is the cost of casualty. Can we actually put a cost on the loss of life? To a family, to a friend, no. To society, to governments, yes. Especially if we have alternatives to minimize the costs. Here is some research and the potential financial consequences without a system. This research was taken after the Northridge earthquake in 1994 in the USA. The top 3 lines, dead on arrival, die in hospital, hospitalized with trauma cases, are the ones we're potentially aiming at, costing $1 billion. The overall cost of casualties is estimated at over $2 billion. That is not the infrastructure. That is purely the cost to society of casualties. I introduce to you Soluzion. It's the first dynamic natural hazard, real-time, early warning, seismic sensor alarm and data collation networked system designed to integrate with developing multi-hazard alarm systems. Extending the existing earthquake and landslide early warning time factor, improving the message type, removing the surprise factor, dramatically reducing the potential cost factor to society and governments. So how does Soluzion generate the extra early warning time? There are already devices around the world and systems that rely upon receiving the P wave. Through our Chinese scientist colleagues, we've developed a radio communication system, secure, that actually, upon receiving the P wave at the epicenter, radio communicates throughout the whole network. This, in effect, doubles the time between the normal receiving of the P wave and the receiving of the S destructive wave. How do we do it? Improve communications. We're using all of the systems. Our own bespoke radio communication system between devices. We use the Ethernet. We use SMS. Within our own system, we can use pagers to critical key personnel, doctors, NDMA managers, emergency services. And also we use satellite communications. Also, this integrates with auto cutoff devices for power, fuel lines, gas, etc. Repositioning elevators for escape. The alarms speak to you in your own language, removing the potential surprise or confusion factor, so you know exactly what you're dealing with a verbal warning of the type of imminent danger. Plus, with a verbal countdown to the seismic arrival of the S wave. Yes, the Chinese scientists are exceptionally clever. With the opportunity of the future messaging within trained communities, I stress, of 99 message types, plus with a facility to ring-fence communities and device locations for drill and exercise activation, and to importantly offer the opportunity to ring-fence communities for warnings of secondary events, such as tsunamis, flash floods, wildfires, which may well follow a seismic event. The solution system provides instant regional event mapping and device control. Every device is identified by its own code. It took more than 2 days to realize the disaster distribution of the Sichuan earthquake in 2008. Now, with Solution, we will get the information within 3 minutes. And in fact, we did a test just recently with an 80-device regional network, and it came back to us in 4 seconds. So we know exactly the extent and the intensity at the device locations. How can and why should Solution integrate with existing multi-hazard warning systems, such as the early warning tsunamis?
Mobilized to provide daily food for refugees.
Collaboration, integration, all leads to improvement to prepare communities to survive and be resilient within times of disaster. Solution now offers the opportunity to governments, emergency services, military and industry to protect its citizens, personnel, employees and critical supply infrastructure. In fact, Solution offers this opportunity direct to every individual. What other systems are out there? Japan, California, Mexico City, the tsunami early warning system, to name 4. This is not a competition, but an opportunity to enhance and integrate and develop for a global solution, working as a team to protect us all in an unknown future. What other devices are out there? Quake alarm in the United States, Japan's Graph. These are individual devices, bedside devices, home devices, which rely upon the receipt of the P wave. Our system jumps ahead of this, doubling the time, with countdown. Gives you so much more opportunities. And there is more. Other important considerations. Solution is not a competition within existing systems or devices. Solution is not an alternative to the priority over other important DR initiatives, such as building resilience into new build or retrofitted buildings, with building codes and construction industry capacity development, nor does it take priority over DR education, ESD, or community awareness programs. I work as a consultant within advising UNESCO, UNICEF, UNSISDR, the Thematic Platform on Knowledge and Education, and I chair the Global Task Force for Building Codes. I'm not going to put those to one side because of a simple system. However, in the meantime, whilst these develop, we have an obligation to offer every opportunity to the individual to survive a disaster. What else can we provide? The Solution Mobile Kit is for first responders, emergency teams and USAR teams in the immediate post-seismic disaster. So they can go in and receive early warnings of aftershocks, even further earthquakes themselves, whilst they're recovering in the devastated areas. Other benefits to the communities. Any school within a networked region will be device fitted free. I also am a lead for the Coalition for Global School Safety. I'm not going to forget my schools. We seek sponsors for hospitals and health centers. We seek sponsors for communities and personnel home devices. The opportunities for collaborative approaches are enormous. Within the packaging, we'll also offer the opportunity for DR publication statements, training, and reactionary advice, agreed by NDMAs. Costs. We have seen an example of the consequential costs of small earthquake in Northridge. To network a small city, $1 million. The average island, $500,000. A 1,200-kilometer border, $4 million. to network a 803,000 kilometer square country, and if I calculated right, that's about Pakistan, the cost is the same as the consequences of the Northridge earthquake, 2 billion. Within the network setup, the data is instantly available to NDMAs. The public can then buy into the system with personal home and office devices and a variety of add-ons such as isolation valves, etc., for within industry. With personal devices at $90 a pair, expected to reduce to $50 per pair, and that's without sponsorship, without someone wanting to put their name on every device into every possible home. Summary: Solution can dramatically reduce the casualty cost factor. Solution can double the time factor for seismic early warnings. Solution can dramatically improve the message, eliminating the surprise factor. Remember, in Japan, 2 seconds of early warning is a 25% reduction in casualties, potentially, and 80% if we only have 5 seconds. A recent test in Chengdu gave Chengdu City 22 seconds of early warning. It was tested the weekend before last with a system set up in and around the expected epicenter and fault line regions. 22 seconds. In summary, what the solution system provides: an opportunity to integrate with other hazard type early warning systems to provide a united communication and data integration facility, relaying real-time warnings through disaster management centers, potentially to every individual within an affected area. Using secure wireless, the Ethernet, satellite and SMS technology and additional bespoke pager facilities. The inherent dynamics within all solution sensors, relays, transceivers and software systems allows a multitude of future opportunities to develop and integrate as a real-time early warning and reliable prediction, as reliable prediction science unfolds within multiple hazard types, together creating a dynamic solution. Within the system also, I highlight we're able to set up drills and exercise areas. That's an enormous reversal of any system. And over the years, we are training and preparing our communities. In China, during the Sichuan earthquake, one head teacher, he evacuated his whole school of 1,200 pupils in 90 seconds. If we prepare communities, whether it be tsunami environments or seismic environments, we can ensure evacuation, but we have got to give them the best opportunity. We believe through cooperation, collaboration with the science environments, as well as the DR specialists and within communities, we can provide an enormous advantage over and above what there is existing and enhance the existing. We're not suggesting for 1 minute we replace it. I'll be very happy to discuss any questions after this event. Allow the next person their time. There are brochures at the back here giving you all of the information, not only on this launch, which is a public launch. We also went global by a press release through PreventionWeb and through the media to every country of the world last week. We are taking this seriously. We want to take it seriously with you. This is a UK, Pakistan, Chinese initiative. At the end of the day, it's going to be a global solution. Thank you.